You may have heard of the Kings League, Gerard Piqué, a kind of bite-sized version of football for the younger audience that maybe struggle to sit through 90 minutes. I mean, there's been quite a few 90 minutes I've struggled to sit for over the years. But anyway, one of the teams that will be going out there is run by our next guest, along with his brother Anton. And it's Rio Ferdinand, of course. Good afternoon, Rio.
Hi guys, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, not
good,
so
thanks.
bad. You're here out in the open. You're down in Surrey Keys. You've got a training day for the squad. Is that right?
Yeah. We got to put the boys through their paces. You can see them behind us there, getting run through it by Dean Saunders, who's one of your colleagues.
Yeah.
At talkSPORT. He's sweating. His armpits are sweating a lot. He can't breathe at the moment.
No.
He's under that much pressure as a manager, so he's not been in that position for a while, but he's loving it.
Where do the players come from that play in the tournament, Rio? Are they sort of young players, or is it sort of vets that have come out of retirement to play? How does it work?
Yeah, they're all different types of players. They're players that are ex-players that have played. Also, you've got loads of content creators. Like you say, it's for a younger audience. We want people that younger audience can really relate to as well. So people like myself probably have just missed the bar, and obviously you guys wouldn't have a chance.
Ain't that the truth?
Very true.
Definitely true.
It's,
Yeah.
massively popular. This has got a huge amount of followers and views and etc. TikTok and
Yeah.
YouTube and all that. But the rules are quite complicated, aren't they? I've sort of, probably it's my brain, but they are. It's not just like a game of 7-a-side or 5-a-side or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like the rules are different. Obviously, it's not 11-a-side; it's 7-a-side. But you look at it and you go, okay, what else are they bringing? You've got again, like you've got superstars that can come on and off. You at times in the game it's 1v1, then it can be 2v2. Then you can roll a dice, and the dice will tell you a big dice comes on, gets rolled. That'll tell okay, you can only have 3 or 4 players, whatever it lands on. That amount of players you can have on the pitch, versus the other team who might get a bit higher number, so they have the advantage for a little while. The owners and presidents of the team can come on for special moments like penalties and take penalties. So the list goes on of different rules. That's one of the biggest challenges for the players who actually, and the manager. Dino's having a stinker. He can't remember the rules. So we're at a disadvantage even there.
He wasn't built for 1v1 or 2v2. I mean, we saw him play the other week in the talkSPORT game. He's still pretty tight. He's still a great finisher, Rio. Honestly, if you put him in a 1v1 against the keeper, he'll probably put it away.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you've done it, you can pick it up 20 years later and still do it. Dino's the same.
It feeds into the kind of the small side of being 1v1, 2v2, the kind of cage football a lot of the kids are used to playing. So it chimes with them because they're used to doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, and then when you see the guys behind me when they're playing, they're all confident and competent with the ball. They can all take the ball and they've all got enough skills because most of them are growing up playing that cage football. So. And I believe cage football. I think I'd make most of the young players, if not all, play cage football at some point in their career growing up because I think it's huge for being able to take the ball in really tight situations.
Yeah. So you guys are all off to Mexico now. One of our colleagues, Jermaine Pennant, I see is all part of this up, and Jeremy
he's
Lynch.
on there.
Yeah, we know Jezza from sort of way back. He's coming out with freestyler, isn't he?
Yeah. Jeremy's he's a good old friend of mine from years ago, and he's obviously really, really well connected in this area as well. So he's been fabulous behind the scenes as well. But I'm hoping he gets that on the pitch a bit more than we anticipate him at the moment. I'm going to look at him here today. He's on my right over there at the minute. Just walked in, so he's going to get him on the pitch and see what he's got.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
interesting.
it's really star-studded, isn't it? Neymar, Totti,
Yeah, Totti, yeah, Götze,
Hazard,
Yeah.
Shevchenko.
Hazard's announced today that he's actually going to play as well today.
Wow.
So along with some other players. So it's crazy.
He's still going to be good, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't lose it.
Are you going to turn out, Rio, or you're purely in the on the management side?
Yeah, I'm doing all of the logistics and stuff behind the scenes. I'm not going to get out my boots, and I don't think right at this moment in time when my back's not in a good place at the minute. So I'll refrain from flying about with these whippersnappers.
So where can people go to find out a bit more about it? If I take it, if they put in Kings League Mexico, it should be all over the internet, I guess.
Type in Kings League. Yeah, type in Kings League, and they'll be able to get on the website, and all the rules and regs are there, and where they can find it, the dates and stuff are all there. So or go on to 5 as well. They go on and get that. They'll find it easily, and there's loads of information for them.
So can you cheer up the Gooners this afternoon and make a case for West Ham beating City at the weekend?
I'm actually going to the Emirates on Sunday, so I'll be there to dry the tears, which I'm sure are probably going to happen. I can't see City fluffing it now from here, not with the experience that they've got. I think it's going to be it'll be an absolute miracle for it to kind of all fall away for City at this stage, given the experience that they have in that squad and the quality.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny City are wonderful what they've done, but it wouldn't be bad for football, the league, would it, if Arsenal did win it?
Oh yeah, I'd be delighted if Arsenal won it. I mean, I think I don't want to see City dominate the way they are, and they'll break the records that we have as winning 3 or 4 in a row. I mean, what they've done has been remarkable. It has been crazy. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about some of the stuff that's going on outside of the pitch with the charges and stuff that will have to be wrapped up, I'm sure, at some point. But the way it is, until any of that's done, you have to respect what they've done in terms of just pure on football basis, because the players that they've got, the system that they have, it's blown everyone out of the water.
Do you expect? I mean, you expect Arsenal to come again, and I guess next season is it going to be a season of transition for Liverpool if they keep most of the players they have, even under new management? You know, they can. You know, they may not be in trouble next year. They may be able to just sort of bounce back and compete again.
I don't see Arsenal going anywhere. I think Mikel Arteta, Edu, and all the guys behind the scenes they're building a really good infrastructure there and squad. And players who are believing that they should be up there challenging for the top honours. I do think they need to win it now this year. It was a really good opportunity. 2 years of heartbreak is hard, but I think they've got good foundations there that's been put in place by the guys I mentioned before. Yeah. Liverpool, I think, remains to be seen. The new manager comes in. I think there's a lot of question marks going to be asked of him, following Klopp, what he built there. Didn't win loads, I've got to say, but got a great reputation. But brought Liverpool back from the doldrums, really. So he's done a good job in that sense. But I think, as I said, it's following people that are really revered at a football club and really love and respected at a club is hard in any way, shape or form.
Now, Manchester United, your old club, if looking at the way it's going to shake down at the weekend, even with a win, because of the goal difference, they're not going to be able to do much with Chelsea. So it's all down to the cup final. How are you viewing the cup final for United? You give them a chance?
Well, I think you've always got a chance. You've got a puncher's chance, so to speak, always in a final. The FA Cup is built on surprises. Over the years, we all have those great memories of that going on. So I think it's that big a gap. I think Man City are way and above Manchester United at this present moment in time. And I'm probably standing here more hopeful than anything else that Man United come out of the blocks and we get some sort of crazy performance and a moment in the game from a Bruno, a Garnacho, maybe a Rashford, who can actually turn the game on its head at any given time. We've seen it, listen, in the last few years we have seen moments where Man United have stuck it on Manchester City at times and produced a moment in a game. They've got to do that and then hold out, I think. But we'll see. But my heart's saying yes, hopefully we will, and begging, but my head's saying that Man City will probably run out winners.
And do you think that will feed into whether Erik ten Hag stays or goes? And if they win, does that mean he stays, or don't you think it affects it? And do you think he should stay, Rio?
I think if he wins the FA Cup, I think it gives him a much better standing point to put his case forward. And if he loses, I think obviously he goes into a far weaker position. But it's difficult. I think it's a difficult one to call, because if I was standing there saying there's loads of candidates that are going to be out there and there's loads of people that are really jumping out from the pack and saying that that's a perfect replacement for someone like Erik ten Hag, then I'd probably be a little bit more bullish with it. But I can't really go, okay, there's somebody who's right there, it's a clean fit, out of a job, and ready to rock and roll with Manchester United. I don't see it, so I think we have to wait and watch this space.
Yeah. So many good young players. It's either him or a manager that can work with younger players, develop them.
Yeah, there is some good quality coming through, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I mean, that's Man United's DNA, isn't it? Young players, been a young player in the squad for so many years now, dating back years and years and years ago, that they always introduce academy players into the first team squad, and they continue to do that. And you want somebody who can introduce and nurture young players, yes, but also you need to be someone who can actually blend the team and find the experience and utilise a recruitment team that do the job in the right way. I think that's been a big issue for Erik ten Hag. I think the recruitment hasn't been up to scratch as well.
Well, Rio.
But also, I would like to say, I think the players do need to take some responsibility as well, because it's not all about just the manager. The players haven't done their part either.
No, I think that's a good point.
That's true.
Well, we'll let you get back to training your players. Don't work Dino too hard. He's not getting any younger.
Cheers, guys. I know. He's on his knees at the moment. Oh, he's on his knees in the distance. Sorry, I've got to go.
Okay, all the best,
All
Rio.
right, lovely.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Rio.
Cheers, guys.
There we are, Rio Ferdinand there putting his team through the paces for the Kings League in Mexico. You want to go and check that out? Yeah, as Andy said, there's a lot of different rules in it. But go and check it out and find out more about the team that Rio will be taking over to Mexico.
Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.